At precisely 10:15 this morning, HMS Invincible, flagship of this extraordinary fleet, slipped her moorings and eased gently into the calm waters of Portsmouth Harbour. The operation, Britain's commitment to this task force, had begun. She looked sharp and trim, as a flagship should, as her tugs helped her towards the narrow entrance of the harbour, wearing her 19,000 tons, carrying her 1,000 men, and her deadly hardware with an easy pride. In the naval base, they'd worked all night to get her ready, loading ammunition by floodlight, securing the extra complement of Harrier's jump jets. Portsmouth, Pompeii of tradition, had turned out in force the loved ones of these men. Now 8,000 miles of sea stretched before her, the perils of winter in the South Atlantic, the roaring forties, and perhaps war. At last she would clear away, into the haze of the south. Half an hour later it was the turn of Hermes, the older generation of carrier, but perhaps looking more menacing, with her hardware displayed for all to see. Hermes, not to put too fine a point on it, was overloaded. She had twice her normal complement of Harriers, 12 instead of 6. These and the Sea King helicopters covered every inch of deck space. Once at sea, these will be stored below deck. But this morning, a not inconsiderable part of this departure was designed knowing these pictures will be shown on Argentine television tonight. It was astonishing to think that up to last night she was covered in scaffolding and had a wonky engine. But it was a case of the priorities of war, so she'd had no lick of tape, and it looked a bit as if she'd come back from a long voyage rather than just starting one. It's going to seem a long, long journey on Hermes for everyone on board, with heavy overcrowding and few creatures coming. The people said goodbye, a small boy saluted. Then she was away. Godspeed, they shouted. And then, more softly, come back safely.
Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going a bit more into the Cold War aspect again, obviously with the Cold War series. Today is based on the Falklands. So what you see in front of you is a representation of a guy from 2 Para, so 2nd Battalion Parachute Regiment during the Falklands, so around Goose Green. Excuse me. And I think it was 2 sisters, I think. I can't remember the exact mountain they took when on the last battles of Stanley in excuse me, in May, June of 1982. So, starting from head to toe, we have the M76 parachute helmet. So it offers basically next to none of next to no ballistic protection really. It's mainly really for jumping. Pardon me. But mainly guys with still burning in the combat. You don't really see the berets come out with the parachute regiment really until Stanley, until the liberation of Stanley. So it's a 3-point chin strap system inside with a leather cup, quite comfortable actually, with sort of a pull system with a velcro on one of the straps to secure it in place. At the moment I've just got a net on there. Normally they have like a rubber band or tape going around the rim of the helmet, but sometimes the bands tend to just sort of crush the helmet. But so basically it's like a nylon almost board shells, a thin shell with polystyrene on the inside. It will help you probably with like knocks and bumps and stuff. Maybe something more severe, but it will not. It's not going to stop around. Excuse me. My tics are really bad today. Moving down from the helmet, we have a scrim scarf or netting worn as a scarf here around the neck. We have a belt for 50 rounds for the GPMG. I don't have any 7.62 fired or inert or anything really, so it's in its place is 303, but it does the part, I find. I've got it around the neck at the moment, generally because just to show it being carried. Otherwise, normally it would be carried in one of the ammunition pouches, or in, say, another bag or such. Excuse me. So yeah, link of 50 round belt for the GPMG general purpose machine gun. Moving down, we have the bandolier here for the L1A1 SLR. So each pocket will carry, I think it's 5 or 10 rounds for of 7.62 in stripper clips for the SLR. So you can just quick load the mags if you've got them still on you. Or in some cases you'll have a bandolier style pouch for the GPMG belt, for a 50 round belt, which will take off. You can just keep it in the pouch and lock it and slip it directly into the GPMG. So for that pouch a second ago. So the two front pouches, ammunition pouches, leaning left and right, is also where it's on the belt, for the 58 pattern webbing. Each pouch carries around 3 mags, 4 at a squeeze, or can carry a couple of mags for the L4 7.62 version of the Brain Gun, or grenades or extra belts for the GPMG, whatever you really want to carry in there really. The garment being worn is of the late 70s, early 80s paratrooper smock type, basically replacing the Denison in all fairness. Still retaining the knitted cuffs, as you can see, which still stands to this day. Very good jacket, full length zip with the cotton tab, say you're wearing gloves or whatever. Breast pockets are slightly slanted for ease of access, and they're billowed as well, and 2 large pockets on the bottom of the garment, billowed again, as I said, for the poppers on the front as well, for the under support bit, say when you're jumping out of an aircraft. If I just slightly spin this, so if I just slightly spin this here. On the arm, we have the paratrooper wing flash, so the parachute and the wings for the airborne forces, and then this blue patch here denotes 2 para, so 2nd Battalion Parachute Regiment. On the side here, excuse me, just in view, 50 pattern water bottle pouch with the cup and bottle inside, and if I just turn it a bit more, we have the poncho roll on the top, so this one is on the top at the moment. There's 2 on this mannequin at the moment. So the top one carries the NVC gear. It's more of a, so the weapon setup is more of a, say, Germany style, but generally it's how guys would have it coming from UK or from Germany. Say if they've been just on deployment, or some guys, it'll be lighter and organised, so they've kitted up with everything they need, just in case if the Argentinians used any chemical stuff, which they did, which they might have done. So no, they didn't do it at all, did they? Sorry. But it was a possibility. That's why they carried the resi pouches, etc. as well. Turn it around more. So, kidney patches on the back, as I said, with the NBC suit in the. I think this is the Mark III in the top poncho roll. Under that, if I just turn it around even more. So, NBC on top here, on bungeed to the kidney patches, is the IPK, so the individual protection kit. Basically, it's like a large tarp with poles. I think it's got poles in it. I can't remember. Basically, like a large tarp which goes over, say, a foxhole to protect you against nerve agents and other such items and like radiation and that. Basically, it was crap. It was good at being waterproof. It was good at being a good basher to set over your foxhole, for example. Excuse me. Set over your foxhole. But apart from that, it was crap. Along with most of the NBC kit issued then as well. It was really a stopgap in a way. It would do the job for maybe a day or two if you're lucky, especially in sort of in a full engagement, nuclear engagement, or a use of extensive amounts of nerve agent. It's a bit of hit and miss really. Kidney pouches containing your mess tins, mess kits, and food, etc. Will be kept in there. Below that, in between the lower poncho roll and the kidney pouches, you have your NBC boots. So these are the over boots that will go over your normal boots, incorporating with the NBC kit and all the sort of stuff there. Lower poncho roll, you actually have the poncho on there. So standard, it's a poncho basically. Spinning round again. Move the arm out of the way. As I said, major tabs, major insignia, Union Jack on there. On this side we have the resi pouch containing the Essex respirator with canister, with Fuller's Earth, with all the decontamination kits, detection papers, etc., and the antidote pens. Basically, it's basically like, I can describe it like an EpiPen. Basically, it's like a large tube with a sort of a plunger on one side, as far as I remember, which basically you put onto yourself, which you had. Instruction was you had to administer it within, I think it was 5 seconds of being exposed. Where it's quite quick, you need to administer it, otherwise you're basically kaput. Has a needle about that long. There's a reason why they tell you to put it to your body first and then press the button, because if you saw that needle before it went in, you wouldn't stick it in yourself, which I think is fair enough. So NBC kit there, spin it around again. Just move that out of the way. Move that. This strap actually comes from the resi pouch, links up and actually hooks to the front loop of the braces here, and actually on the back as well. So you have the main strap going round here, which loops round. Sorry, that's for the band here. For my mistake. Sorry, being an idiot. For the back poncho, the clips hook to the where the entrenching tool will normally hang, and then the bottom clips clip to the top loops of the ammunition pouches. So as I said, yeah, so put it around again. Left side ammunition pouch with the bayonets on there for the L1 A1 SLR. On the other side, obviously, on the other side of the ammunition pouch, on the right side, we have the pocket for the Amoeba grenade attachment. But the British Army didn't adopt that. So, especially on exercise, guys would normally put their BFA backfire adapter in there, or knife, fork, spoon. It's a utility pouch. You use it for what you will. At the end of the day, spin it around to the front again. So that's the mannequin in its entirety. Hopefully that was interesting. Gone to a few other little things though. Before we go, about what generally would be carried by someone like this in the Falklands. So generally this will be a bit more minuscule, maybe not so many, maybe not the poncho on the top, but that's how I have it at the moment. A few more items that I'll show you which will probably be carried more genuinely, especially with the Falklands. I don't have one of the private purchase burgers with me at the moment. My collection at where I am at the moment, it's large enough as it is, but it's still not my full collection. So some bits I am missing still. So this is a standard issue item, which was issued all round. So this is the GS Bergen. There are slight alterations in other versions of the SAS1 or the Para Bergen or the Commando Bergen, as some of them become to be known. This one's a standard GS1. I quite like it. Most guys absolutely hated them because the frame apparently wasn't as strong as it needed to be, and it wasn't as large as it could have been as well for a Bergen, especially for a British Army one. So it has 4 main compartments basically. Large admin pocket at the back, at the front, 2 large sort of water bottle size pouches at the side, and the main compartment itself, which is secured by these pull-through tabs here. So the frame, turn it around. This frame itself is a D-shaped frame almost, with the wings for securing the straps on, and the straps are secured at the top by clips, which is a bit of a strange system, and also secures the top flap as well for a more pulled back thing. And then you have the brace point at the back for comfortability. It's fairly good. This bit tends to dig into you at the back. You can see that. Apart from that, I quite like it. It's a good Bergen, and the frame is actually quite strong, and it comes to the bottom as well, so it can stand up as well. So these will be using the Falklands heavily. Most guys though would before shipping out in the days they were preparing to go out with the fleet, they'd be buying up all the good Bergens, the Berghouses, the Carrot, and the Cairngorms, everything they could get their hands on. That was good, proper, especially mainly civilian market stuff, because most of the army issue stuff, especially the normal GS Bergens, with or without the frame, were a bit crap for what they needed really, for long distances, especially with a lot of kit. Because like what we carried here, a lot of this will probably be in your Bergen generally. Spare ammunition for the GPMG, spare ammunition for your rifle, or spare anything really, socks, sleeping equipment, food, etc. Going on to another item, very useful, especially down the Falklands. These ones are the windproof trousers, so the DPM ones. So white in lining, you sort of see the bleed through at the front of the fabric actually, the camouflage. See that there? Basically, these basically are over trousers. I think there's a few other videos about them out there. On the Ruffle and Moore channel you'll find probably a video on these. He covers kit from the Falklands very, very well in about a short series, I think. So large pockets. The pockets mainly are Velcro, and they're separate pockets to themselves, which is quite good. So, but generally it's a bit inconvenient sometimes when you want to get into your trousers inside. But these basically go over your normal 68 pattern trousers. Large bellow pockets, and then it's Velcro at the bottom, so you can Velcro up the leg, so they're easier to get over the boots. And then there are pull cords, basically laces, inside the actual cuff of the bottom of the hem of the bottom of the trouser. So they're the windproof trousers. Another item seen a lot in the Falklands and other cold places, especially with the British Army during this period, was cold weather hat. This will be replaced by the later one, which has a smaller brim on it. I'll have to find one of those for a later video. This one has a large brim, so this is the 68 one with the 68 pattern material as well. So with these ones compared to the later ones, so the wool, sort of the fur style, the fur on the flaps is exclusive to the flaps itself. Inside it's pure quilt. On the later ones, this material would be all in the inside as well, which which is alright, but it's a bit, they itch a lot. These ones are a lot better. They keep your head warm. If you do sweat in it, it soaks into here, and it doesn't use too much. Larger brim on the peak, and it has fold down side bits to cover your ears, and it's this nice sort of felt, which is really, really nice. So very, very common to see in the Falklands. I think one of the most famous bits of footage is when the commanding officer, I think of one of the batteries for Royal Artillery or whatever it was, or the Commando Battery, comes out to announce the surrender of Port Stanley, and he's wearing one of these. Really, really nice bit of kit, very, very handy in cold weather. Not so much now, considering how warm it is, especially Saturday just gone, so, but all in all, really, really good bit of kit. Last but not least, well, actually I'll probably cover something else, but quickly, main thing, so the windproof, so the cold weather parka, instead of British Army one, so quilt inside, quilt lining inside, which is removable, can be worn separately, and then you have the main bit on the outside with the wire hood, thick garment, button down and zip up, zip up and velcro, and then you have the large buttons on the pockets themselves. Really, really nice bit of kit, really, really well made, and really, really nice and warm. Not good if it's raining, obviously, because it soaks up water like a sponge, and you've got to live with it. But generally, it's not too bad and really, really good for the weather, especially when it's cold. Now, last but not least, we go on to the actual weapon of the soldier at the time. So, this is the L1A1 SLR, adopted by the British Army in the very late 50s to replace the then ageing Lee Enfield. At that stage it was a Lee Enfield number 4, Mark 1 and then Mark 2, especially in the 50s. Briefly for a year prior to this they had adopted the EM2, which was a fantastic rifle and sort of an alternate cartridge, a 280 British cartridge, which was a bullpup. Very, very similar to the L85A2 we have now, which if we had adopted, not saying the SLR wasn't good, it was a very good rifle and I absolutely adore it, but the EM2 probably would have been one of the best battle rifles in the world if it had been adopted officially. It was adopted and was adopted for a year, but it was overruled by the American, one of the American boards for NATO, which basically pulled the rug under the feet of everyone in Europe and NATO, and kind of pissed them off, and I think most of the Americans agree as well. They missed out on adopting this as well, and it was just a bit of a hoo-ha. Basically, the Americans wanted a 7.62 cartridge rifle, American made, which when they adopted the M14, which turned out to be a good rifle for shooting. Not a very good battle rifle though, especially when in certain ones it was fully automatic, so it was a bit of a ball ache really. Britain ended up adopting the L1A1 SLR, well the FN fell basically, and then Enfield reconfigured it. This is a late style, obviously with the plastic furniture. I can't remember the exact name of the plastic furniture, actual composite of it. So plastic foregrip, plastic pistol grip, and plastic stock. Long barrel fitting for the long style flash hider, fitting for the bayonet. Gas system up here. So it had good thing compared to the FNs as well. It had a folding charging handle, so it could be out of the way. Carry hand on the side. Really, really nice, positive fire selector. Made exclusively in semi-automatic fire only, no full auto, because I think, as most people know, with a full auto 7.62, you generally have to look at something which is probably a light machine gun, not a battle rifle really, because it can't handle it. It's basically just strained, and you're not going to hit anything apart from maybe the sky with it. Especially like on the G3, or even the M14 was even worse, because you've got something which doesn't have a pistol grip, and you're firing a full-size rifle cartridge for something which doesn't have a bipod, and it's not gonna be very pleasant. But yeah, the British Army kept this in service well into the Gulf War, with rear line units and TA units, eventually adopting the L85A1, which was at the time in the mid-90s really. Eventually getting to the last of the units of the TA in the mid-90s. You see guys with these in Kuwait and Iraq with these, whilst other guys have got the L85A1, which gets a lot of bad rap. Yeah, the A1 was appalling, really appalling. The A2 was a leap forward. People say it was a German company. H&K were actually under British management at the time of the refit, and they only recently went back to a German owner, I believe, unless it's still under British ownership. I can't remember, but yeah, it was under British management at the time of the adoption, so that's probably why they leaned more toward H&K fixing the problem. So yeah, it was a fantastic rifle. Served the British Army very, very well from the late 50s all the way up until the 90s, and still can be seen all the way across the world in many different places. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. This is the second time I've shot this. I've had a bit of trouble with the stand for the mannequins, so that's why it's sort of ripped in the box at the moment. And I had a lot of problems with my ticks in the previous video as well. I mentioned them and it comes up. And they've been a bit more docile in this one, but in the previous one it was quite a lot. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe. Or go to my Facebook page on British Army A Century of War. And please visit some other channels, Rifleman More. For example, see his content. I'd be really appreciative of that. He's helped me out a lot recently with tips and tricks, so I really appreciate that a lot. Hope you've enjoyed, and bye.